My dear students of class 8, today we will discuss the next part of the text Glimpses of the Past. Right? So, in the first part, we have discussed many things like the martyrs, the company's conquest, and British rule, then the role of Raja Rammohn Roy, and the oppression of the Britishers. Now, in the period of 1835 to 56, that dissatisfaction arose, that people were getting dissatisfied. So let's continue and we will discuss in the course of our reading. Education in India was in Persian and Sanskrit. So before this time period, people used to learn in Parsi and in Sanskrit. In 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. Macaulay suggested a change. So that's why Macaulay is minute that we read in history. We should teach the native through English language. Macaulay said we should teach the natives, the Indians, through English language instead of Sanskrit and Parsi. So that introduction of English, I agree. The Britishers said agreed. English education produced clerks, so the middle class clerks, not the officers, but the clerks, to whom the British gave petty job. Petty means cheap. CHEAP. Jobs under them. Incidentally, it also produced a new generation of intellectuals. Eventually, this also produced a new generation of intellectuals. Intellectual means the intellect people, means they are learned people, but new generation. And the last class I was saying that by blood they are Indian, but by culture, custom, but by behavior they are becoming British. We must educate our brothers, the Indians were saying, and try to improve our material conditions. We must try to improve our material conditions. For that, we must convey our grievances, or that we are not satisfied, dissatisfactions to the British Parliament. The people of India, natives, they were discussing. By 1856, the British had conquered the whole of India. They had conquered whole of India, and they cared little about the needs of Indians. They cared very little about the needs of Indians. Our kings have become puppets, and we have lost our old jobs. People are saying that our kings become the puppets. Puppets means only kind of Katputliya, right? Means they were just doing whatever, the British are doing whatever they can do. So, and the people lost the old jobs and lands. They are converting our brothers also, converting our brothers, right? Means the religion also getting changed. You only do something to drive them out. You only talk to do something to drive them out. Means you only talk, do something to drive them out. That first time Indians, they are feeling that we have to do something so that we can drive the Britishers out of this country. The sparks. Spark means if you just hit two stones, right? The kind of spark we will find, or you will find. So the spark, the first time the spark, 1855 to 57, taxes continued to ruin the peasants. the Britishers were taking taxes, and that continued to ruin the peasants, the farmers. In Bengal, the Santals who had lost their lands under new land rules became desperate. Okay, in Bengal, Santals, right, the Adivasis, they lost their land because of the new land rule of Britishers, and they became very much desperate to take revenge. In 1855, they rose in rebellion. That the first time they revolted and massacred Europeans, means they killed, and the supporters alike. The supporters also killed in that rebellion. Discontent was brewing in the East India Company's army too. So the dissatisfaction was growing in the East India Company's army too, among the Indians, among the natives, those who were serving in the East India Company's army. The white soldiers gets huge pay and mansions to live in servants. The white soldiers, they used to get high salary, and they used to get mansions and also live in servants, while we get a pittance and slow promotions, while the Indians, they get very low salary and also very slow promotions. The Angrez asks us to cross the sea, which is against our religion. Who is the topi or to abolish our age old custom? So the army, the Indian army, means those who were working in the East India Company as army, they were saying that they are forcing us to cross the sea also, which was against their religion, right? And then they were saying that who is the Topiwala? Topiwala means the Britishers, to abolish, to destroy our age-old customs or traditions. Then we must drive out the Angrez. We must drive out. Sipahi Mangal Pandey attacked the adjutant of his regiment and was executed. Sipahi Mangal Pandey attacked the officers of the regiment, adjutants, the officer of the regiment, and was executed, hanged to death. Thousands of other sepoy revolted, and they were stripped of their uniforms. They were jobless. The jobs were taken away. Okay, and they stripped of their uniforms, humiliated, and put in irons. They, after just taking their uniform, they were humiliated and put in irons. They were put in jails. Few Englishmen had cared to understand Indian customs or people's mind. Only few Englishmen, they would understand the Indian customs and people's mind. Oh, proud Brahmin soldiers, do you know that the grease on the bullet you have to bite is made of that fat of cows and pigs? So that the revolt of the first revolt, and this they said that the grease of that bullet that bite, and that made of fat of cows and pigs. So the Hindus will not touch the fat of the cows, and the Muslims will not touch the fat of the pigs. That's why against the religion. What the white man has deceived us to, means that deceived them to. Deceit means thagana. Okay, they just deceived them in terms of religion also. Soon Chhatrapatis were sent from villages to village to tell the people that their emperor would want their services. So soon the Chhatrapatis were sent from village to village to tell the people that their emperor would want, emperor, the king, they want their service. Yes, all my village men will be ready. They are ready. Similarly, lotus flowers circulated among the Indian soldiers. Death to the foreigner. The masses gave all help and shelter to the patriots. So kind of the people were getting ready in the revolt. Then there was the violent outbreak at Mirat. Violent, it was dangerous outbreak of war at Mirat. The sepoys marched to Delhi, went to Delhi. Long live our Emperor Bahadur Shah. Okay, they were just saying the slogan. The rebellion spread wider in India. In wide places, many landlords had lost their lands because of the British policies, and they were sore. Many landlords also lost their lands, and they were also ready to take the revenge. The white man's rule must end. Yes, we will help you. They also swore to take the revenge. They also means took oath to the revenge to take the revenge. Sorry, the fight for freedom, 1857. Many former rulers like Begum Hazrat Mahal of Lucknow were bitter because of that behavior of the British. The white man has taken away my kingdom. They also was angry. They joined the upsurge against the foreigner, upsurge in the battle against the foreigner. Then popular leaders like Maulavi Ahmadullah of Faizabad told the people, what? Rise, brothers, rise, the Angrez is ruining our land. They were saying that, rise, brother, rise. Angrez, they were destroying their land. Okay? So that Maulavi Ahmadullah, right? So Faizabad, they told the people that the Britishers were ruining the land, so to asking to rise, to wake up. The people rose everywhere in Bareilly, Kanpur and Allahabad. They rose everywhere. Azimullah Khan told Tatya Topi, we should have Peshwa Nana Sahib as our leader in this war of independence. They wanted Peshwa Nana Sahib as the leader in the independence. The patriots pounced upon the British and fought pitched battles all over North India. They pounced, they leaped, they attacked, and they fought all over the North India. 80-year-old Kanwar Singh of Bihar received a bullet in his wrist. Got a bullet in his wrist. Mother Ganga, this is my last offering to you, he said. So in this way, this battle went on, and at last, in the year 1947, we got our much coveted freedom from our freedom movement, S.W. Sawant, S.D. Sawant, right?